This is our senior show. We have every year for our seniors to recognize them. It's been really important this year because they've missed a lot due to COVID. But it's a little bit of everything, and they could choose 2 pieces, each of them, to put in. We have about 30 seniors that have work on display here. We have oil paints, we have digital artwork, we have acrylics, scratch boards, we have anything that they've worked on all year. A lot of the kids by their senior year are in AP Studio Art, which is a class where they prepare their portfolio and can get college credit. And in that class, they can work on whatever they want for their portfolio. So it's a variety of work. Sydney Small is one of Congressional's top 3 winners. So her piece will either be on display at Steve Shabat's office in Washington, D.C., or the Cincinnati office or the Lebanon office. So we'll find more information about that tomorrow, but it's a huge honor that she's won, so it's pretty exciting news. And it's digital, yes. So she worked on the iPad. She uses software called Procreate, where she draws on the iPad with a special pen, but she's quite talented with that. So it's exciting, and it's all schools all over Cincinnati area that compete in this competition, so it's a huge honor. Every year we try to honor our seniors somewhere separate from our school art show, and we've had it at several different locations. For several years we had it at Borough Bistro, but that closed, so we were going to do this last year, but due to COVID we weren't able to do it, so it's a great place to have it, and I think this is going to be our new home, hopefully. Oh, we have such a great group this year. They're very artsy, they're very talented. A lot of them are going on to art school, different places all over the country. So we have a great group, I'm gonna miss them. We get a lot of visitors that come back to see us, and nice letters and periodically, but we try to keep in touch with them. Facebook makes that a little easier these days with keeping up what the kids are doing. Yeah, COVID has been tough. I just think in general in school, just the mask and the no emotions, it's been very quiet, not a lot of interaction. That's very important in the art room, especially, I think. So it's been tough, but we're getting through it. If I had a message for my past seniors, I would just tell them to keep in touch, let us know what they're doing. We care, we're gonna miss them. So yeah, just let us know what's going on.
Today on display I have a draft head I made that's out of clay and broom bristles. This one took about like 4 to 6 weeks. It took a while to build it, and then I actually poked holes in the clay with a little toothpick and then broke broom bristles off and glued each of them into a little spot. So it took probably about close to 6 to 8 weeks total. I didn't know what to do and I really like drafts. I did draft paintings, I have them in my room, so I was like, I'm gonna make a sculpture of a draft. But that was pretty much the basis of the inspiration. I'm going to Miami University and I'm going to get a co-major in an art degree, but I'm like undecided still. It's exciting. It's cool that we're all like seniors and it's like Springboro students only too, because usually you go to them and they're like really big and like spread out, but it's cool to see like everybody's work just together.
The piece I have on display, this one is an acrylic painting on a drum head that I got from the band. They were just recycling them, so I thought I would just paint on it. I found some really cool inspiration pictures on Instagram and Pinterest, and I kind of just blended that with my own ideas and went with it. I have another piece over there, and it is a digital piece that I drew on my iPad using Procreate, and it was very fun. I think it looks really good. That one recently, like literally 5 minutes ago, if that, won the Congressional awards. It was one of like the top 3. I'm not entirely sure which one yet, but I'm really excited about it. It could possibly be on display in the Capitol. I've been dabbling in art since I was a little kid. I've always like drawn on random things, doodled everywhere, painted randomly. And then I really started like getting into drawing in like 6th grade. I was really into drawing. I drew as much as I could. I did a thing where I tried to draw something for 100 days straight. It didn't really last 100 days, but I got close, and then it just kind of kicked off from there. As the Downtown project, I joined because I thought it would be a really fun time and a good way to like get in with the community and meet a whole bunch of new people, and it's definitely been a lot of fun. Having my art on display here is amazing, and I'm really excited about it. It was so fun to set up, and it's all been really great. My future plans are to go to college for art and business and see where that takes me. I'm sad that it's over, but I'm glad that I did it, and I'm glad and excited to see what else comes next.
So the pieces I have here are actually, this is my dog that I made on scratch board. I really like this one a lot. This is an homage that I made to the artist Katsushika Hosukai and his woodblock painting The Great Wave off Kanagawa. And I did this in 3 different mediums. I did paint, marker, and colored pencil, and I sectioned it off into 12 squares and then did each square in a different medium. And then this was watercolor paint of silverware. I really enjoyed that one too. So, oh man, this one I ended up having to take home probably like 30 hours for this one. This one took a really long time. This one wasn't too bad. This one was about like 12 hours maybe combined work, and this one was probably about 8. So it's super awesome. Like, I really like looking at everybody else's work because like I have a kind of small class, and so it's nice to be able to see everybody else's work who I haven't seen all year. It's really cool. So I'm actually going to Pepperdine University in Malibu, California, and I'm going to be studying integrated marketing and communications, which has aspects of like graphic design in it, which is super exciting. And so I really like design, and so I'm excited.
So this piece is my strawberry piece. It's 3 by 3 on canvas. It's the biggest piece I've ever done, and it took a really long time. I tried to focus a lot on like the minor details and stuff, and like the deeper skin tones, and I'm pretty proud of it. It took about 32 hours total. I chose strawberries because honestly they're my favorite fruit. That's about all there is to that. It feels pretty good. Like, it feels really nice seeing like my work actually like hanging up or on like a display case, you know. After all that hard work, it's just nice to see it being appreciated by other people. After high school, I'm going to University of Cincinnati for architecture. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. I'm hoping that maybe like architecture pushes me in like a certain direction that I find that I want to be in, but I just kind of want to like explore a little bit in college. Yeah, I'm really big into ceramics too. I have like a small little like ceramic studio at home as well. I have like a wheel, a kiln, everything. But I paint a lot at home. I prefer to paint at home most of the time, so. Yeah, I have this one piece that I made like out of clay slabs, and they're all just like in this ball on these 3 little pedestals with these like swirling slab pieces kind of all around it. It kind of looks like a maze. And then I have a mosaic piece of these plates that I found on the side of the road where someone like smashed it and had words written on it, and I thought they were cool and I wanted to take them home with me, and I started reading some of the pieces, and it was about heartbreak, so I wanted to make a mosaic with a heart on it, with like a human heart on it out of those pieces. And then I have a tall like metallic colored vase with chains hanging on it. I just kind of wanted to play with ceramic chains because they're really hard to make, and I just want to see if I could kind of do it. And then I have this like ram piece that I made, this like with a woman figure and like a ram head on top of it. And then I have another painting. It's like these 2 heads connected by like one swirling neck with like a bright yellow background.
So the work that I have on display today is I have Slimer, and then I also have a Rhino, which is based off of the character Changeling from Teen Titans. So for Slimer, my family and I were all sitting around the campfire one late afternoon, the day after we got the assignment. And I had to draw something, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. My dad just like said, we were all like brainstorming, and he said, you could do Slimer from Ghostbusters, that should be fun. And then I just instantly loved the idea, and I took off with it, and it was so much fun being able to make him. So I enjoyed bringing that to life. And then so I'm a big comic book nerd, and I've always liked all the different artwork and stuff through comic books, and one of my favorite comics are the Teen Titans, and there's a character, the Changeling, who changes into animals. So in Advanced 3D, we were told we had to make an animal. So I didn't care what animal it was, but I knew it was going to be green. so it's based off that character. I love rhinos. They're some of my favorite animals, so I decided to make a green rhino and have fun with it. Oh, it's so fun. I'm so glad I'm able to do this. It's definitely fun to be able to have something like this available to me, to be able to show off something that I really enjoy doing, whether it's through presenting it through kind of like an art form like this, and it's just fun to also be able to see everybody else's stuff as well. And I really enjoy this kind of thing. Well, my future plans are that I plan to go to Purdue University to pursue engineering, and I will also be swimming there. So very excited about that, and I can't wait to get there. So art has always been something that I really enjoy doing. So I think that it will always be there, and I think with engineering I'll have a lot of chances to be able to explore that through different means, whether it's through CAD, through me drawing it on a piece of paper, or maybe doing some more of this stuff with clay and other stuff to make models, so I'm excited. So the Slimer, I actually calculated it took me about 30 hours, I think, is what I put into it. I just from day one of the quarter, I just spent an hour every day, and I came in afterwards during like study halls and outside, and yeah, overall it was start to finish, so I'm really excited with how it turned out. And then the Rhino, it took me about a week or so. So actually the Rhino was not the first one that I did. The first one was too wet when I stored it, so it melted. So I'm actually really glad that that happened, because I'm happy with this outcome.
So my inspiration behind the duck is I want to become a veterinarian. And I got my inspiration from the ducks that we got when we were like in elementary school that would be like dressed up and everything. And so I want to become a veterinarian, so I thought it would be cute to like dress up a duck and a veterinarian. And then Yoshi, my family loves Mario, and whenever we play any Mario game, I always play Yoshi. So I wanted to recreate him. And then the pot, I just kind of free-handed it. My Yoshi probably took like 8 weeks, and same for the duck, and my pot in the middle probably took about 6. I'm going to the University of Cincinnati for animal sciences, and then I'll do some art with that, and then I want to go to Ohio State for vet school.
I have on display my painting of my dog Mabel, and a painting that I did of a portrait that I came up with myself, and each one was done with oil and acrylic. Mabel's like my favorite dog in the entire world. She's so sweet, and I took this picture last summer, and I just absolutely love it. I love how silly she looks, and I just wanted to capture that. It took me about 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks of class time. Yeah, so the other piece is just a portrait that I did. I came up with it myself. I drew it out in pencil first, and then I did acrylic, and that is completely done, hand-drawn, no reference. It's just something that I did it in a single night. It's just something that like cool and funky and expressive, because I just wanted to like be more free with what I was doing and not like think about it too much, and so that's what that one is. So after high school, I'm going to Bowling Green State University, and I'm going to be majoring in environmental policy and analysis, and then hopefully do a minor in studio art. And I hope to be working with sustainability companies and whatnot. It's kind of weird having it be my last art show, because I've been in a lot, and this being my last high school art show is kind of crazy. I didn't really think about it too much until I got here, but I don't know. I always love being in this environment.